Good morning, children. How have you been? Hope you all have been well. So, we started in the previous video, we started our fourth chapter, that was sorting materials into groups. So, are you ready to explore the chapter more with me? Are you ready? Yes, you all are ready. So let's start at this chapter. We will continue that chapter only. So let's begin. So let's quickly recap what we have studied. Are you ready? Yes. So start. So what we studied about materials. Yes. What was material? The matter of which an object is made. Okay, the matter of which an object is made is a material. As we studied that books are made up of paper, so paper is a material. Yes or no? Like pen is made of plastic and or metal, so plastic and metals are material. Yes or no? We can say raw materials. You have studied raw means raw material changes into final products. Like that only materials are the initial product. Now these materials are of two types. First is natural and next one is man-made. Natural, that we get from nature, and man-made, that is this prepared in the factories. This we have studied. Now we studied about different properties of material also. The means on the basis of what materials are classified. So first one was appearance, that was shiny or dull. Whether a material is shiny in texture or dull in texture, that we have studied. Hardness or softness, whether an object or a material is soft or very hard. So two types are there. On the basis of solubility or insolubility in water, we have studied that if a thing is soluble in water, means it can dissolve in water, that is soluble in water. And if a material is not dissolved in water, that is called insoluble in water. And heaviness or lightness in water, today we'll start. And transparency, opaqueness, and all we will study today. Now let's begin with solubility. So in the previous video we studied that some these objects are soluble in water and some objects are not soluble in water. We saw that experiment also. We did that experiment. Yes, I took a glass of water, in that I dissolved a pinch of salt. It was soluble, yeah. And I took some pebbles and dissolved it. They were not dissolved in water. So, these pebbles are insoluble in water, and the sand, or not sand, that salt is soluble in water. So, now let's see these. Now, just look at this table. Can you see the substances? Yeah, some substances are written here. Salt is there, sugar, sand, chalk powder, and sawdust. So you have to tell, will these dissolve in water or not? So first of all, first we'll take salt, that we have done earlier also, that it disappear completely in water. What happened? This salt, if I'll take this tablespoon of salt and dissolve that in water, it will completely dissolve. So it will dissolve in water. What about sugar? Will sugar dissolve? Yes or no? Yes, sugar will also dissolve after stirring it continuously. So sugar will also dissolve in water. What about sand? Will sand dissolve in water? No, sand will not dissolve in water. Chalk powder. Will chalk powder dissolve in water? Will chalk powder dissolve in water? Yes, tell. Some of you may be saying yes, ma'am, and some of you may be saying no, ma'am. So the answer is no. Chalk will not dissolve in water. Maybe in the beginning it will look like that it is dissolving in water. It will completely dissolve in water in the beginning. But when you will keep that glass of water still for some time, or 5 to 10 minutes, what will happen, that sand will deposit, this that chalk powder will deposit at the bottom of the what? Bottom of the glass. So it means it is not soluble in water. Means if you are taking a this tablespoon of salt and you will dissolve it, keep it aside for 5 to 10 minutes, you will see that after 10 or 5 or even an hour or even a day, you will not observe any types of salt deposited here. But if you will put same as chalk will be deposited here after 5 or 10 minutes. So chalk is not dissolvable, or it is not soluble in water. Is it clear? So chalk is not soluble in water. Chalk powder is not soluble in water. Now sawdust, is it soluble or not soluble? What is sawdust? Yeah. So some of you must be asking, what is sawdust? We have not seen a thing like this. So sawdust is, you must have seen, have you ever been to a carpenter shop? Okay, there you must have seen small pieces of this outer layers of that one wood, small pieces of wood, that powdered wood, that is sawdust. So it is also not soluble in water. It will settle down in the water, or it will float in the water. So sawdust is also not soluble in water. So these are the things which are soluble and non-soluble in water. Now we will see on the basis of their heaviness, and the next property is on the basis of heaviness or lightness with respect to water. So how things are this floating or shrinking, this we will study here. That's the concept here. Now heaviness. So how the heavy things are, we will study here. Heaviness, the material which sink in water is heavier than water. So anything that sink in water means it is heavier than water. Its density is this more than the water. What is density? These spaces between two small particles, that is density. So iron, stone, glass, etc., all these are heavier than water. So when you will put these types of things in water, they will shrink. Now lightness, the material which float on water are lighter than water. So the things that will float on water will be light than water. For example, wood, plastic, dry leaves, etc. So all these are very light things and they will float in water. We can say these things have less density as compared to this water. Now let's perform an activity to see how things are floating or shrinking in water. Now I'll take some pebbles and let's see what will happen. Pebbles are stones, we'll say. So as we have studied here, that stones are heavier than water. So let's see, will they shrink or not? Let's see. So here you can see, I'll show you this in large screen. Now here you can see a glass of water is there. So in this glass of water, what you will do, you will put some pebbles. So let's put some pebble. So see, I'm putting big one also and small one also. Small one. So all are shrinking. Whether the stone is small or big, they will shrink in water. So you can see even this small sized one will also shrink. Can you see? They are settled at the bottom of the glass. Is it clear? So means stone is heavier than water, that's why they are shrinking in water. Can you see? Now let's see other things. Now I'll take some leaves here. So some leaves are here with me. So I'll take this leaf. So I'll put it. Let's see what will happen. So what is going on there? You can see it is floating in water. And I'll take some flowers also, petals of some flowers. So let's see. So all they are floating in water. I'll show you here. Now here you can see they all are floating in water, and the stones are here at the bottom, and these petals and these leaves are floating in water. So from here we can say that these are lighter than water and these stones are heavier than water. Is it clear? Now let's take some paper. Then let's see what will happen with the paper. Will the paper shrink in water or float in water? Yes, the paper will, what will happen with paper? It will float on the paper, on the water, because they are very light than water. Let's take these. These I'm taking. So what is going on? So you can see they are floating in water. So all the things which are lighter than water float in water, and that are heavier than water, they shrink in water. Now let's see some things. Now here in this picture you can see these keys, stones, all these are floating, these are shrinking in water, and the light things are floating in water. So can you tell me, okay, have you ever heard of this that sea, which sea, in which, on which all the things float? Why all the things float there? It is a sea where all the things float, whether it is heavy, whether it is light, all the things just float on the water. Yes, because there on the sea, what is there? Salt is there, and salt increases the density of a thing or a water. So it increases the density of water. So everything floats on that sea. Now, this we have studied. Let's take the next topic, that is, yeah, on the basis of transparency, translucency, and opaqueness, objects are categorized into three groups: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Repeat: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Three categories are there. Now first we will take transparent. So those material through which we can see clearly are called transparent. The material through which we can see clearly are called transparent. For example, glass, water, air, etc. So just tell me, what is between you and I? What is there? What is there? What is the space? Blank. So it is a blank space. So what is there in this blank space? Yes, air is there. Yes or no? Air is present everywhere. So between you and I, what is there? Air is there or not? So means air is also a transparent thing. It is a transparent because through air we can see clearly. Now if I'll take water, means clean water I'll take, then also you can see me clearly. Now here, from here, if I'll take a clean water, you can see it's through it very clearly. And a glass is also a transparent material. You must have seen window glasses also. Through that we can see the outer side very clearly. So that is also an example of transparent thing. Other definition for transparent are those material through which light can pass easily are called transparent. So those materials through which light rays can pass. If light rays will pass, then only we can see the things, because through the light only reflection is there, and through reflection we see the things. We all know this thing. So if light will pass, then only we can see the thing. So those materials through which light can pass easily are known as transparent material. So let's take an example. Now here you can see this paper. Can you see this transparent paper? It is a transparent thing because through this you can see me very clearly. Okay, you can see through this. Okay, now if I'll make here, if I'll blow a torch here, can you see the rays of torch clearly? Are the torch rays visible to you? Yes, they are visible clearly. So means through this light can pass, or we have studied that air is also transparent. So you can see the light rays through this. Can you see? So means through the transparent things light can pass easily. Is it clear? Now let's take translucent. So what's the definition? those materials through which we cannot see clearly are called translucent material. So those are materials through which we cannot see clearly, it is a translucent. Is it clear? Now we can say those material through which light can pass but partially. Partially means partly. So these are called translucent. They means light can pass but not clearly. We can see through these materials but not clearly. Okay, now let's take example. You can say butter paper is also there and a tissue paper is also there. Now through this tissue paper we can see but not clearly. Okay, and light can pass through this. You can see through this very only small pores, or we can say it is blurred image will form through this transparent paper. And if I'll this put torch light here, you can see, can you see the light? But it is not clear as the previous one, because in the previous one it was very, it is in the transparent medium it is very bright, but in the translucent medium it is very light. As you can see, it is very bright here, it is very bright as it is, as air is a transparent medium and it is a translucent, so here it is very blurred images formed. Now so these are translucent, means translucent through which light can pass but not completely, it is partial. Okay, and translucent through which we can see but not clearly. You must have seen designed windows, designed window mirrors, in that blur images are formed, not clear, but when they are clean they are transparent. Now here you can see, if I'll see this dupatta I'll take, so it is also translucent, yes, because only some part is visible. So these are also example of translucent material. Is it clear? Now let's take translucent we have taken, and now let's take opaque. What are opaque material? Materials through which we cannot see are called opaque material, means through which we cannot see anything, nothing is visible, through which they are called opaque objects. So or we can say those material through which light cannot pass are called opaque. For example, wood, bricks, metals. So all these are examples of opaque material. Now let's take this. Now can you see, this, can you see my face? Can you see my face now? No, you cannot see my face because a book is there. So book is an example of what? Opaque object. So means through this light cannot pass. So it is an example of an opaque object. Now let's see light passes through it or not. So let's take, I'm switching on the torch. You can see it is a transparent medium, air is there. This is translucent, where it is translucent, and this one is opaque. Can you see the torch? Can you see the torch? No, you can't see. Now here you can see easily. You cannot see the torch glowing. Here you can see the torch glowing. So means through the opaque object light cannot pass. Light cannot pass through the opaque objects. Is it clear? Now let's quickly recap what we have studied yet in this chapter. In today's video we studied about heaviness and lightness of objects, and we studied that things which easily sink in water are heavier than water, and things which do not sink in water, which float on the surface of water, are lighter than water. And we studied about transparent objects. Transparent objects are those objects through which we can see clearly, and we can say these are those objects through which light can pass easily. What about translucent? Translucent are those through which we can see but not clearly. Yes, we can see through them but not clearly. And these are material through which light can pass but not completely. Partially it can pass. Examples we have studied: butter paper, tissue paper, clouds, etc. Opaque are those material through which we cannot see, as we have studied about the example as book is there, wall is there, windows are there, wooden windows, doors are there. So all these are examples of opaque objects. So this was the end of chapter, and in this next this is the end. So now you can make important notes of this chapter in your rough notebook. Only in rough notebook you have to do your work. And if you have purchased your books, so you can do reading of all the chapters I have taught you till now. So means we have completed 4th chapter. You have to do reading of each and every chapter very clear this carefully. You have to read every chapter very carefully. Is it clear? And you can take out important notes from there and write them in your rough notebook. Okay, now till then what you have to do, you have to take care of yourself, help your parents, complete your work on time. Okay, Sai Ram.